California. Still, like, kind of unsure if we're really gonna hike the John Muir Trail because of the smoke.
Wait a sec. Let me catch you up. Fires in California were set to break records for the unforgettable dry year of 2020. New fires were popping up around the Sierra Nevada mountain range and surrounding the John Muir Trail in thick smoke. And bless my heart, I couldn't stand the thought of not going on this hike. I spent way too many hours scrolling the John Muir Trail Facebook page with any positive updates on the smoke conditions along the trail, and for any indicating factor that would sway my decision to either abandon the hike or leave for the trail. It takes so much time to prepare for a thru hike like this, from planning and buying enough food for resupplies, to packing and unpacking gear until you've nailed it down to a lightweight life in a backpack. We decided to gamble with chance and headed for California.
Just yet.
Tyler, the chauffeur, has been doing a wonderful job driving. And we're headed to Lone Pine today. So we'll see you there.
A smoke update. There's really not that much smoke. I mean, there is and there isn't. I think heading south will be more smoky, but I'm getting my first look at the Sierra Nevada mountain range, and they're freaking incredible. We finally made it to Lone Pine after an anxious but exciting 16-hour voyage from Idaho. That night, Emily arrived safely from Oregon, and we met at a hotel to rest our heads. The next morning, we woke to clear skies and a sublime vision of Mount Whitney, and we took it as a sign from the universe to press forward. This is Emily, the most badass best friend willing to embrace the hardships that trail life may bring. We met in 2016 on an escapade to southern Utah, and from there, we've taken on countless adventures together, enjoyed many a day in the backcountry, and summited the Grand Teton back in 2018. We were ready to take on every mile of this famous forged path, officially the longest trail we've ever had the honor of wandering. Hi, we're at Tuolumne Meadows, and we're going to be, this is our resupply. So, come on, I'll show you. So if you'll look in SS9, is this 9?
1.
SS1, there's our bins. Show the bins. Thank you. Okay, we're ready. On to Oakhurst.
Yeah, the wild wind keeps blowing. I'm not gonna give up.
After successfully dropping resupplies, we followed the winding, relentless roads of Yosemite that would soon lead us to Oakhurst, California. Oakhurst would serve as the place for our final slumber in a luxurious bed, unlike the one that would replace it for the next 21 days. Following a delicious carb-packed breakfast from Denny's, we picked up the permit and made our way up a very rough road for an hour and a half to our starting trailhead. Not a typical starting point for the JMT, but you take what you can get. The time was now. After such an unpredictable year of chaos in our world, the trail was freedom, a literal breath of fresh air. It welcomed us like we were coming home. We're off. I'm sad to leave Tyler, but we're excited. Off to a very long adventure.
Can't believe it's happening.
There's Emily with her heavy pack. It's not that heavy. It's 45 pounds. It's the perfect amount for 6 days. And a very long trail.
Oh,
yeah.
Beefy legs.
We're excited for our trail legs. Anyway, all right. We're off. Oh, we're at the boundary. Oh my goodness. Yosemite Valley. 26.6. I don't actually think we're going that way. We've hiked like 3.5 miles. Probably.
Yeah.
Yeah. We're going to Chain Lakes tonight. That's where we're going to camp. We're only doing like 5 miles today because, you know.
It's day one.
It's day one. We got to warm these babies up. The leggies.
Oh, yeah.
And all is well. It's incredibly beautiful, like I always say. And we'll update you when we're at the lakes. Yay! Okay, so we're not all perfect. I may or may not have followed one of the most important rules of backpacking ever. Test your gear before you hit the trail. I did not try setting up my Z-Packs duplex tent before heading out. Rookie mistake. The one you see here is set up 2 feet shorter than instructed. I had a very claustrophobic night. Not to mention, my bear canister is impossible to open. It took me about 10 minutes this morning. A long time when you're hungry. Not ideal, but remaining positive. Nothing a little coffee and oatmeal can't fix. Good morning. It is August 31st. Today we're going to Lower Merced Pass Lake, so that should be fun. Slept pretty crappy, but that's alright because I'll be really tired tonight. Yeah, we camped at the first Chain Lake, and now we're headed towards Little Yosemite Valley to start the John Muir Trail. So we ended up doing like an extra 30 miles, but it's beautiful. And yeah, had breakfast, got packed up, felt a little discombobulated last night for the first night of camping. But overall, it's been a good morning. It's beautiful, a little bit smoky today. That's why my nose is all clogged up. But hopefully it'll clear up a little bit later, and we'll be okay. Look at this. It burned right up inside there and made a house. Emily, come get inside of there. You're right. Okay, anyway, super cool. We finished at camp, and we made it to the intersection that we were at yesterday. And today we have 8 miles. We're heading to Yosemite Valley. Actually, we're going to Little Yosemite Valley, and we have a gorgeous campsite tonight. So we're loving it. It's good. Having fun. Yeah.
Sinking in a sound of sorrow, heavy as a hurricane. Wondering if we'll find tomorrow, if anything will look the same. Doesn't anybody read the paper? Has the whole world gone blind? We're all dancing with danger underneath the headlines. And I sure hope we survive. I sure hope we survive. Seems like we're barely alive. I sure hope we survive. Can we just stay sedated, lying here on the floor, blurry-eyed and faded like 100 times before, wearing out our favorite records.
Shading from the sun. This is the backpacking method of covering your face from the sun. Coined by Emily. It's beautiful. Wait, your forehead's showing. Oh.
I sure hope we survive. Are we going out? Are we going out of our minds? Are we going out? Are we going out of our minds? Are we running out? Are we running out of time? Are we going out? Are we going out? Are we going out of our minds?
Any bears over there? How many bears you see?
There's about a dozen of them. They're swimming.
Well, crikeys, we better hide the food.
They're swimming our way.
Oh, our friends are swimming.
Here they come.
Get him. Get him, girl. Good morning. It is the morning of our third day. Yesterday we hiked 8 miles, give or take, Today we have about 13 miles to Little Yosemite Valley to start the John Muir Trail. So excited. Yeah, you might think that we've started already, but we really haven't. I slept really, really bad last night, and for any of you people looking to start backpacking, just know there are some really shitty nights. It's not always rainbows and butterflies where you curl up in your tight little knit sleeping bag, your down puffy quilt. It can be pretty gnarly. So bring a book, bring a journal, bring some sleeping medication, and it'll make your life a lot better. But you know, the perks are you wake up, the moon is shining, you can see the trees, and it's lovely. But yeah, anyway, not sleeping so great yet. But like I said to Emily, I've got 19 more days to figure it out. So it's going to be a beautiful day, and head out on the trail. All right, well, we've hiked in total, like 18 miles. So we're feeling good. We've got about 5 more miles to Little Yosemite Valley, where we officially begin the John Muir Trail. And this has just been a nice little warm-up, our 30-mile jaunt here. But yeah, it's gorgeous. The smoke's not bad. I think we're coming into the Yosemite Valley area. We've got about 4 miles to Nevada Falls, and I can't believe we're here. It's crazy. We made it to Yosemite Valley. I've literally got chills. I can't believe it's actually happening. It feels real, like we're really starting the John Muir Trail. And I see Nevada Falls. I'm like literally about to cry because it's so good. It's so exciting. Oh man, it's too pretty. All right, I gotta go. I'm too excited. It's day 4. We are in Little Yosemite Valley. It's very busy. It's hustling and bustling already. Everybody's up. Like, we all went to bed together and then all got up together. It's been very special.
with all these people. But yeah, yesterday was our biggest day. We hiked about 14 miles. We've done 26.3 miles total. And today we are taking a trek to the city, to the Yosemite Valley, to grab a few other supplies. Just to do the full John Muir Trail. We're committed to like the full stretch. So we're going to take on that extra 4-point-something miles. It's not very far. And yeah, and then probably get a beer. Not to, reward ourselves yet, but just because I really need one. I slept great last night. I got 7 hours of sleep. Finally, I tried deflating my pad a little bit more and my pillow, and that helped a lot. It was hot, but it's that damn full moon, I tell you. It's really bright. We'll do another update a little bit later. Right now we're going to cook some breakfast and get out on the trail.
This country's on a tiptoes, California. Those without roots eventually slide on there. Some turn to stars, most turn to ashes. They all turn the same. And I knew a woman, she turned into a ghost. She floats through parties all along the West Coast. And she haunts a mansion up in Beverly Hills, dreams of rain. California goes. California goes.
Good morning! It's day 5, and we're going to Cathedral Lakes today. And got a little bout of heat stroke yesterday, and almost barfed, and passed out, and got chills, but all is well. And we ran into a black bear on the trail, so it was very momentous down in the Yosemite Valley. But today we are going, yes, like I said, to Cathedral Lakes. We've got like 12.8 miles or something, and it's all uphill today, so it's very exciting. Anyway, gotta go. Well,
First mistake of the trip.
we're idiots. We filled up water here. Had a little break, feeling great, and then decided to just keep walking up that direction where there is no trail. And the trail is actually right across this log.
We were
So-
supposed to cross the creek.
We just hiked about 0.5, half a mile up towards Cloud's Rest. Ooh. I like to call these bushes thorny horse. Why, you might ask? Because if you look closely on them, they've got thorns. And my legs are parting the sea between them for miles and miles and miles. And at first, it felt all right, but now I don't like it. I'm not happy. My legs are scratched up. I'm probably bleeding. So, thorny whore. There she is. Every video I watched of people doing this JMT looked like it was a breeze. So I'm gonna be realistic. I'm in pretty good shape. My pack weighs probably 33 pounds today because I've eaten food, and I am struggling. It is hard. This is not an easy feat, I don't think. So when you prepare to do this trek, like really prepare, it ain't all rainbows and butterflies. It's exhausting. It's tiring, but it is extremely beautiful and rewarding. But I just had to share that because it's just like been frustrating this whole day, thinking I'm just not good enough. I mean, of course, as a human, we compare ourselves, but, you know, just like thinking I can't do it as fast as these people, I don't have the best attitude. I think it's all part of the process to have bad attitude and then good attitude. It's like a kind of a cycle. But just keep that in mind when you plan your trip, that it's not always fun. It's not always fun. There are some days. Anyway, just a tidbit. We're gonna practice our Tarzan calls. This is day 1 of Tarzan practice. Oh! It was so good. It was so good. Go. Well, that was the hardest set of switchbacks I've ever done in my life. But it's beautiful. We can see Cathedral Peak, which is, we are camping right below it tonight at a lake. Man, oh man, that was rough. That was rough. You know, we ain't like wussies either. I thought I might die. Anyway, I'll do an update when we get to camp. Just walking through some more forest. And that's all I know for now. Top of Cathedral Pass. This is our 3rd pass. I mean, if you count Chiquito and Merced. But it's lovely. Now we're gonna head down to the lake, go to camp. Well, I was wrong. That wasn't Cathedral Pass. We're on it right now. However, it's lower in elevation, so I'm gonna consider the other one Cathedral Pass. Now we're going downhill to the lake. Heaven's sakes. Morning. It is day 6. I think it's September 4th. I don't know. I can't remember, honestly. And we're still here at Cathedral Lakes, just getting ready to leave for the day. We have a resupply at Tuolumne Meadows, and we're going to go resupply, see if we can get rid of some gear to lighten our backpacks. Yeah, it's going to be a great day. It's beautiful. It's mostly downhill today, which is nice after yesterday, because that sucked. But feeling good this morning, like really at peace with how beautiful this place is. It's just stunning. I kind of got up and did a little journal entry and watched the sunrise, and all from the comfort of my bed. So, pretty good. Slept good. Ready to go. So literally just saw someone on the trail and like chatted with him for a sec, kind of, and then they go, have a nice weekend. And I go, Emily, what day is it? I don't even know what day it is. I know the date is September 4th, but is that a Wednesday? No, I think it's Friday. Well, happy weekend! Though we had only traveled a fraction of the way, making it to Tuolumne Meadows was in a way kind of a big milestone for us. The past few days were truly exhausting, and I don't feel I'd quite acclimated to life on the trail, but each day was getting better. Knowing today meant a reload on ramen and mashed potatoes was pretty exciting. Resupplies are like a reset. It's all about the little things. Well, we made it to Tuolumne Meadows. Now we're gonna go drink from this magnificent soda springs. We're gonna be tourists today. Because, you know, why not? But it's lovely. It's interesting to be like by a road after 6 days. But anyway, well, see what soda springs taste like. It's so weird.
Just stick your face in it.
Ew! I don't like it. Please be there, please be there, please be there. Woo! There they are! Well, we just did our resupply. It's done. I didn't video it because, you know, it's kind of a process, but Emily had to send some gear home and send her bucket home, but this gentleman offered to send her bucket home for her and then take my bucket down and recycle it, repurpose it. So that's amazing. Very nice trail angel. You find those out here, but I gotta pay it forward. So I'll find a time to do that. But we're headed up Lyle Canyon. We're gonna camp about, we're thinking 6 to 8 miles up this canyon, but we'll see how far we get. Yeah.
River run through the trees, carve the path that you please. Where do your waters lead? I will go and see. Love run through my life, twisting out of sight. Walk me deep inside. Oh, current be my guide.
We are climbing up there somewhere today. Good morning. It's day 7. After today, we will have officially been on the trail for a week, which feels like insane. Today we are climbing Donahue Pass. We camped in Lyle Canyon last night. Very pretty. Very pretty. And our elevation, I think at camp was like 8,000 something. Today we're climbing to 11,000. So we've got like a lot of elevation gain. But we're ready. Legs feel strong today. They're about ready to fall off after our 15-mile day yesterday, but it's getting a little bit easier. Anyway, better go. I'll shoot at the top of the pass so you can see what it looks like. It is 8 a.m. and we are going to wake the whole canyon with a Tarzan call. That was so good!
Get it.
These two wind take me down, all the way down. I'd rather fall than stay on the ground. Take me down, all the way down. I'd rather fall than stay on the ground. These are murky waters. Oh, the farther we go down, none of the weight we bear will compare to what we found. These are murky waters. Oh, the farther we go down,
Yeah.
none of the weight we bear will compare.
Well, we're almost to the top, friend. Woo! It's so pretty up here. I can't even stand it. We climbed from so far down there. I don't even know.
So excited to be on top of some mountains.
Yeah, this is the kind of stuff we've been waiting for. We're darn happy, darn strong women, and we are puffing up this pass like it nothing. We did it.
Sand is a real mess today.
Checking permits, got our permit checked. We're good to go. We're leaving National Park land. Yay. What does this say? No. What? Our hearts sunk when smoke began creeping over Banner Peak and quickly covered the beautiful blue sky with a dreadful shade of misfortune. With no way of knowing which fire the smoke was coming from, we pressed on to camp, hoping news would travel up the trail and give us some closure. Small particles of ash began falling, and the only thing we could do was try and remain positive. Well, we're climbing Island Pass. It's really smoky. If you can see behind me, you can't even see mountains. So we've got masks on to try and help it maybe, because it's stinky like a campfire. But whew, it's hard to breathe in the mask, I won't lie. But it's better than breathing in ash, which is also falling minimally. Anyway, we'll be fine. We're almost to the top of the pass. Woohoo! An enormous cloud of smoke formed over the towering peaks, so thick it rumbled with thunder. Wind whipped across the waters of Thousand Island Lake, which was supposed to be our blissful destination, but instead looked like something out of a nightmare. The trail went from being a serendipitous adventure to a terrifying trek in just under an hour. We stumbled upon Isaac, a hiker we had been leapfrogging, and invited him to camp with us for the night. Our new tramley booked it for the more sheltered security of Ruby Lake. Ruby Lake! And it's so beautiful.
It's not windy.
And it's calm. And there's not a lot of smoke, but there's some. So gorgeous. Good morning. It's day 8. September something. I think it's Sunday? Yeah, it's Sunday. We're just hiking down from Ruby Lake. We had a little bit of smoke By a little bit, I mean like ash was falling, and it was kind of scary. I almost had like a panic attack, feeling like I couldn't breathe, but yeah, not the funnest. But we're on the trail again. It's about 7:45 this morning, and it's quite lovely. There's still a little bit of smoke, but it's not bad. We did meet a friend on the trail. His name is Isaac. He's Ultraman. I need to come up with a trail name for him, but I followed we've been following his ultra tracks all the way up. You know, you can have a lot of time to do stuff like that. So, yeah, we met him. Isaac, he's a nice guy. Yeah, we'll meet up with him somewhere along the trail. Just building a little trail family. And we'll see you. Today we're headed to Red's Meadow. So we'll see you there.
Should we let the fire die? Should we let the fire die? The sparks still have a flicker and the night is growing thicker by. Should we let the fire die?
Here we go onward, leaving these beautiful mountains. Mountains are really scary.
Tarzan called, day 3.
Feeling a little bit better today. It's been good so far. We just made it down a hill. I think we go downhill all day today to Red's, but we are craving a milkshake. I'm talking really craving a milkshake. So that is the motivating factor of the day. Milkshake.
Should we stay out a little longer? Should we stay out a little longer? The riverbanks are singing with the waters that they're bringing. So should we stay out a little longer?
Today, I felt invincible. My legs carried me with ease and my pack felt like it was becoming a part of me. We broke our record and hiked 16 miles before 2 o'clock. Despite the smoke, things were just as beautiful, and though we couldn't see stunning mountain vistas, it was a day to enjoy what was in front of us. Unfortunately, a part of me wondered if we would be able to continue. What news would Red's Meadow bring? The smoky night we had was difficult to endure, but my commitment was to complete every mile of the rugged trail. Isaac quickly became my trail brother, and was also hell-bent on not abandoning his oath to the pilgrimage. Emily voiced her concerns of the long-term effects the smoke would have on our health, and she wasn't wrong. Was one trail really worth it? I have a mad respect for firefighters, literally living in this smoky hell.
Hey, is that it? Do we go left or right? Yeah, let's go right.
Red's Meadow delivered some disappointing news. The smoke was coming from the creek fire that was spreading rapidly towards the trail, threatening VVR and MTR, our next resupply points. Besides fulfilling our cravings for beer, burgers, and ice cream, Red's Meadow was a stressful vortex of emotions. Hikers gathered and conversed back and forth about hiking or not hiking, giving it a day, or giving up. It wasn't until they literally closed the trail that our decision was made for us. We were done with the JMT. Good news was, we had a plan B. The J section of the PCT in Washington was smoke-free and provided equally difficult terrain. Me, Emily, Isaac, and our new family members, Kobus and Reiki, quickly got out of Dodge and pledged ourselves to a new trail. It's funny how a group of strangers can make the best of hard situations. Sometimes, you just have to reroute. Well, here we are. We had some beautiful days in Yosemite and along the John Muir Trail, but our journey is now coming to an end at this point because the smoke is just too bad. There's a creek fire going on, and they've closed all the national forests and everything. And so we've called up Lone Pine Kurt to come pick us up, and now we're headed back to the Whitney Portal to pick up Emily's car and head up to Washington for more adventure. So we're pretty sad, but we've got a crew here. We've got Kovis, Reiki, Isaac, and Emily. We're all here. We're ready for an adventure. The little trail family just, I guess, headed on to another adventure. What do you do? As we've all been saying, it is what it is. So, on to the next.